Alright. Jobber Nation, welcome to a Wednesday night delight of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc, and we have a very special guest this evening to start off our episode, our Royal Rumble edition episode. As we do push forward to we're on the prerequisite of WrestleMania season. So this weekend being Royal Rumble weekend. We definitely, but not only that, here back at home in New York, there is a very, very dope show kicking off Black History Month. And we have the amazing I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. That's the rule. Everybody gets their time to shine. So let the viewers and listeners know who you are.
Respect, brothers and sisters of the congregation. For those of you who may not know who I am, I'm a follower of the Lord, a friend of God, the wrestling Christian on the road to greatness, the counselor. My name is Brother Greatness.
Woo! And Brother Greatness is definitely representing and putting on an amazing show this Saturday out in Long Island. All Black everything. And us at the Jobbertears podcast will be sponsoring our man on the microphone, Stan the man, Stan Michaels, will be representing Jobbertears podcast at this show. We are sponsoring him going against Encore, which will be a very, really good matchup. Shout out to Black Wrestling Podcast for sponsoring the match. But of course, we had to hold down our man Stan, who's always been a supporter of us. So we wanted to, put that love and support on him, but also support such a great show. So we're just gonna go right into it, Brother Greatness. Tell us about how did you get to the show? Like us doing Jobber Slam, like we understand the struggle, we understand the yeses and the nos and the ups and the downs. But talk about what led you to coming up with this show.
So this was all birthed because of Spice Spiegel over there doing
shout out to her, Black Girl Magic in the building.
That's my nigga. I love me some Spice. I love her.
And I was training her back at T to T, and was trying to help her out when she put together the first Black Girl Magic. I try to kind of stay out of it. It's her baby, but she had certain struggles that y'all know, y'all
go through it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She wanted to do it again. She really wanted to do something for Black women in the industry, because at the time on the indies, I mean, what were they really getting? I mean, honestly, to this day, what are we really getting? But when I was talking to her about round 2, and I realized how much money she lost and how difficult it was booking talent and all the stress because she was so young in the game, Karen Bam Bam, brother, he used to help book the women's division at the BWF. He's cool with all the girls. If you ask him, he might be able to help you organize it a little bit. So I said, all right, let me, as quietly as possible, sit down and worked with Tay, worked with C. Stan Michael was involved. A lot of people all up. Y'all were all up in a lot of people were all up in that.
Facts.
And I always thought around, and Black Girl Magic 2 was fantastic. It was one of the best shows I think I had to be a part of.
Facts.
Awesome show. And I wanted something like that to happen again this entire time. But it's not, I don't think it's my station to be the one trying to present that specific brand again. There's a line. So I kept saying one day maybe I'll do it. So we're out here, and let's be honest, the whitest of white out here in Wisconsin, New York. Oof. And I don't know how many times I've heard a young Black man or a young Black woman who's one of 100 at a show say, I wish there was more representation. I wish the culture was out here. But you don't expect to get it because you figure
it's white.
Where the Black people at to buy a ticket to the show? Capuccia, he runs Remarkable Wrestling School. He asked me if I would ever want to do something. I told him what I was thinking, and surprise, surprise, a bald white man born in Long Island thought it would be awesome to have something like that in his school. I said, enough said, let's do it.
And no, that's all, and that's I think the major thing I take away at times when it comes to us doing Jobber Sam and then me on the back end working on the Battle Club side is all you really need is that one opportunity. It's not something, it doesn't come every day. It doesn't. You work subconsciously, you work towards that goal. And I always look back, especially with us, it's it was one of those ha things. If we do it, cool. If we don't, it's cool too. Things.
It was.
But then
it was a ha thing.
We saw the purpose. We saw the support. We understood the assignment in that sense. And so it's always good to see other people just taking that leap, such as yourself, even as a wrestler. Like, because there's a difference between a wrestler and a booker, and there's different roles you got to play, and sometimes can be very overwhelming. So no, it's a hard task, and not everybody. That's not everybody's job. So it's super dope that Remarkable took that risk, took that leap of faith with you. And it also just shows the character of you as a person and as an individual. So like I told you when I spoke to you, I said one of my main things in doing this interview was also to give you your flowers, because I feel like
Hmm.
seeing you on the indies and seeing the amount of lives you've touched, you don't get that. People don't know that because you
He
just
done a
work and
lot.
you do it
He done
from
a lot.
love.
He
And
done a
that
lot.
and yo, it's a lot of people. Let me tell y'all, it's a lot of people who Brother Greatness has took under his wing and said, "I got you," without
Yes.
even telling the world.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I had to tell you that because I watch, I see. I don't always
And
say
one
it,
of
but
them
when
is
I want to
signed
say it,
too.
I'ma say it.
One
And
of
we
them is
all
signed.
watched from behind and was like, yo, he's really trying to move forward and also represent us in a way. Because I'm not gonna hold you, the gimmick is A1. Like nobody can touch your gimmick. So talk a little bit about where the foundation of Brother Greatness comes from.
Definitely, and thank you so much for the love. I just want everybody to be good. Honestly, that's the vibe. But to be honest, it all just starts with the way I speak. When I get riled up, everyone always said, "Yo, you sound like a preacher." Every time I get mad, excited, it always sounds like I'm pontificating. And it it's funny because when I was in college and stuff, and I'm cool with everybody. I was
Hmm.
by nothing but women. Most of my friends are women. So when you get to college and you're dorming and everybody's saying, "Oh yeah, you trying to get with her? You trying to get with her?" I'm like, I'm really not. Like I'm celibate. They're like, "What?" And then now you're talking about Jesus in the halls, and that parlayed itself into wrestling training where I'm talking about Jesus
Dang.
at training. People in the back doing things I shouldn't talk about, and I'm here talking about Christ. So when it was time for me to choose on a character, I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna praise my Jesus until I think of something else to do for wrestling. But until then, I'm just gonna praise my Jesus. And it just kept rolling. And every time there was an opportunity to change it, I just did it. I said, when somebody signs me and I feel as though they're gonna misrepresent my faith and my religion, then I'll make a switch. But until then, y'all not gonna tell me not to praise my Jesus for $100 and a handshake. That's no,
Okay.
because
I'm weak.
About this church life. Did you grow up in the church?
Yeah.
yeah, man, I grew up in the church. I'm a Bayesian, right? So we are talking about the Caribbean church. My great grandfather had a church up in St. Lucie in Barbados and Husbands. So he raised my mother. So she's very much like a PK. So when she
Mm.
single mama, she wasn't playing around me. We went to Beulah Church of the Nazarene in Brooklyn. I was up there singing. I was dancing. I went to Nazarene school, Catholic school, Lutheran school, just every other sect that you could think of. And then I went to Hofstra and started
Yo,
screaming about.
I was just about to say, oh, because I was like, so I didn't get to tell you when we were in pre-production. I went to St. John's. So it's interesting how I went to public school all of my life to then go to Catholic school for college.
Mhm.
It didn't make any sense. So it's so funny that you did the reverse. You was like, all right, yeah, we gonna praise, we gonna be here, and then you go to Hofstra, which ain't very ain't very Christian like. I will say, but
The pride got their own STD. Like, they go through too much.
okay. Okay, like if y'all in New York, if y'all listen, if you've been in college and dorm, and that's what I said. That was always my number one thing. Is like if I'm gonna stay at home, I'm a dorm, so I can have that experience. So like I always recommend that anyone watching have that experience. Make sure you have that experience because you don't want to look back and be like, damn, I coulda, woulda, shoulda type of thing. So, but it's not for everybody either. So, but with you having the background in your faith, what's been one of the hardest things you've had to overcome in wrestling?
Honestly, the biggest thing is the immediate judgment as things have changed and progressed.
Really?
Immediate judgment because it sounds all nice. We're in a safer space like this, where it's like talking about Christ is normal. Talking about going to church is part of the culture. It's normal. When you're in different groups of people, and you have this expectation, they say, "Oh, that's Brother Greatness. that's the Christian guy, or people say wild things like that's the Jesus man, and I'm like, yo,
The Jesus man.
I need to settle down a bit. But people have so many different thought processes. So you'll come up to someone, they know who you are, they've watched you. I've been out here for like 12 years, so they know who I am when I walk into the show. And the immediate expectation is that I'm going to be judgmental to somebody, or I'm going to be really stuck up. And y'all all know, especially Wilkins, because he trained with me long enough. We trained together at Hog long enough. I walk around, I'm dancing, I'm singing, I'm wilding out, I'm grabbing people up. I'm like, what's going on? I'm a hot mess. But people just assume the other side of it, especially when we're dealing like my LGBTQ. Because a lot of the times the first thing is like, nah, he probably got a problem with me. And I'm like,
oh.
I'm like, no, it's never been that.
I never really thought about that. That's
Me
interesting.
either. I never thought about that.
Whoa.
I helped open T to T, which turned out to be a very safe space. And I'm very glad about that. It's very inclusive. I love it. But every once in a while, someone will pull me to the side and be like, hey, brother, like, I thought you'd be like A, B, C, and D, but, you be hugging us up. You be kissing us. You be like dancing with us. You be talking with us. You be singing with us. I'm like, dude, we're all just people. We're all just a little bit short of the glory of God. No matter the way you view it, why are we out here judging each other? Why are we out here being disrespectful to each other? Like we talked about before the broadcast, right? The way that countries grow is always through hate and pain and disgust. But why can't we grow through love? Why can't we respect each other? Why does it always have to be this deep? And I feel like when you genuinely are not trying to judge people, people take to you. But when they first see me, they assume judgment. They assume they take their issues with church and they throw it on me. Issues with Christ, they throw it on me. And I'm just there like, I'm really just here to wrestle, crack some jokes.
So
That's all I'm really here to do.
how do you handle the temptations
Facts.
from the ring rats?
The most
Facts.
random thing to ask.
Facts. Facts.
No.
That face, the ring rats.
Oh my God.
No. Hold on. This is not a random question to ask.
It's
He's
not,
talking
but
about.
still.
Wait, hold on. He's talking about being a man of God. How people are judging him. So you don't think these ring rats are gonna be like, I'm gonna turn this boy out?
And mind you, these new age ring rats, oh my gosh, they come in different flavors, different varieties. Like, oh, I don't like the white ones. They'd be the black ones, the Japanese pecan, woo-wee, the Jamaican rum ones, all sorts of flavors now.
Because like he's a wrestler.
Yes.
He's still a wrestler at heart. He's
with amazing body
star.
too, and he's
going
funny
to different
too.
States.
Mad cool. He got long hair.
Listen, all you gotta do is make a bitch laugh one good time.
Ooh, wait.
That's it.
One time, head up like this, I be seeing him. They're like, he got him.
Son,
He got him.
All you have to have is his own shirt. He wrestles weekly. You think these ring rats ain't coming after him? Now answer the question, Brother Greatness. How are you handling the temptation from these dirty ring rats?
Oh my God.
Well, first thing first, it depends on what area you catch me, because the temptations handle differently depending when. Right now,
There's levels.
easy.
There's levels to this, guys.
No, but right now it's easy. I have a beautiful fiance that's soon to be my wife.
Oh,
Congrats. Not a spirit or a soul, with the exception of Jade Cargill, have I seen in person that I find as attractive as my soon to be wife. Not a soul. Outside of Jade Cargill and all this time. Been with that woman for 6.5 years. So that's a lot of my time. So that makes it real easy. Because it's real hard for listen, y'all know how I am. There's a reason I can't do a lot of podcasts, because I just say what's on my head. Ain't no way none of these flat, hurt, drugged up, messed up in the head. Everyone in wrestling got an issue. I'm not trying to sign up for any of them. So it's hard to even call most of the temptation. Why would I take a rat? Why would I take a rat when I have a queen home?
Ooh, that's a bar.
Ooh, that's a bar.
That's a bar. He's spitting.
That's a bar, V.
Prior to me having my queen, I was the guy who was helping take care of the girls. So how I'm be sitting there preaching, nah, I got you. I'll be the one that's not gonna be creepy to you.
Oh, it do some
and then turn around and try to get with you. That doesn't make any sense.
You're a good man, brother.
But it could have worked though. I'm just gonna put that out there. That could have slam dunked on that one.
Yeah.
Some women like to be saved.
Yeah, but like here's the thing though.
Literally or figuratively.
Yeah, but like how that Keith Lee said it the best, right? One of his interviews, right? He said, "Yo, I could have made the bag, life-changing money, but it was against my integrity, and that's the most I will make because I sold it out for that price." But then other deals came after that, and yo, he is right though. He's right. He's right.
Honestly, what do you stand for? There's so much more to this life than, I mean, there's more to life than vagina and boobs and one fine woman and some chick who's willing to open it up for you. First of all, if we're good looking, intelligent brothers, why are we that stressed about it? What do you actually want from your life? I'm not worried about that. I was celibate for years. If I wanted to smash somebody randomly, it would have been way before I got into wrestling. How am I gonna go from these hostel girls to the girls who work the indies?
You know
What made you become celibate for so long?
Yeah.
That's the point.
Honestly, it was just I thought it was significant enough. In my head, I was like, if sex is so significant to people, and the Lord's telling us to abstain and wait and get to the point that you have the right person, I think there's something beautiful to that. I sincerely believed it, so I stuck with it for as long as I could, and then I faltered, and we all fall short. I did what I could.
My man said I got into the pool and never left.
But I'll tell you right now, everything happens for a reason. Hofstra was wild. There's no way I wasn't leaving there with a baby or some kind of disease. What could have happened to me mentally? I'm a sensitive human being. I could have gone through an emotional roller coaster dealing with one of these white women. And I did it in college. What if I had to handle that 5 years earlier? God sets you up for success if you get the opportunity to do so. So I did my best to follow his word. I slipped up. It happens. I'm still slipping. My girl is fine. But we're all falling a little bit short of the glory of God. I did my best to stay close, and I whoops.
So what was the slip up though? When did the slip up happen? What happened with the slip up?
Man, they had nothing to do with wrestling, man. I went to my homegirl's birthday party. I walked a couple people back to the 6th train over there on 14th. They jumped on the train. Homegirl grabbed my face, started kissing me. I was like, well, what are you doing? And she was kind of fine. And she was like, can I just come to your house? And my house is kind of far, da, 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 da. And I'm like, all right. And I'm naive. So she was the best. I shower and stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go sleep in another room. I walk in. Y'all ever seen How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, she hit me with the naked man.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I've used that move before, too.
That's crazy. You've done it?
It never fails.
It worked on me. And then I called Alphonse Stevens.
That's my boy. That's my man.
Hey, I dropped the girl off. Found out she was a Hasidic Jew. Dropped her off. Yeah, it's crazy.
Did you drop off in Crown Heights? Like, what the fuck?
She was over here. She lived over there by the Q train.
Oh, okay, on the other side. All right.
So I dropped her off. I'm like, this is crazy. She was an Asian woman that was Jewish. She was, yeah, it was a whole thing. So I'm driving back home.
My man has lived a life, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been a lot. I'm driving home. Oh, this is live too. This ain't even private. I'm over here. I call Alfred. I said, yo, Alphonse, man, I messed up. Like all these years, I've had good relationships. This could have been with somebody else that could have been a wife one day. Da, 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 da. And this is what I do. And I'm going off for 30 minutes. I stop talking. He goes, it's about damn time. I'm like, come on, man. I was like, you messed up. But yeah, that's the story. I don't know how we got there.
No, listen, we go everywhere. It's a little bit of here, a little bit of there.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, it's a showing of you just being a human. Like, and I feel like at times, especially in wrestling, we forget like these people are people. They have lives. They've been through stuff, and it's okay to acknowledge that. And but there has to always be, as you mentioned, that kind of safe space to kind of have those conversations and have those talks, because you can't just say that in any other place. So we appreciate the story, but my question to you, what got you into wrestling? Like, you went to what did you go to hostel for, and then how does that connect to how you got into wrestling? Like, where does that transition from I'm gonna be student to this is my degree to now I'm in the wrestling game? Like, tell us a little bit about that.
No, I was a violent kid. I had a bad temper. I like to fight, but I'm this big. So I was out here just fighting everybody. It didn't matter. If you touched my neck, we were fighting. If you said something weird about Barbados, we fight. If you said something weird about we fighting. Everything was a fight. So my mom put me in karate and stuff to like, that whole
Yeah.
Handle your aggression, discipline, all that stuff.
exactly. So that turned into I'm in karate and I'm watching the Parkers. So the Parkers,
The TV show The Parkers?
huh?
That's so
Yeah.
random.
Yeah, the
That's
Parkers.
so random.
The Parkers came on right before Thursday Night SmackDown sometimes.
Oh,
Listen,
you're
Yeah,
right. On
yeah,
UPN.
yeah,
they
yeah.
did, they
Yeah.
did, they
So
did.
Because sometimes it'd be them or in the house would come on with LL. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So y'all know what it's. So I go straight over to Thursday Night SmackDown. I see Rey Mysterio's debut, and I'm like, this
Wow,
dude is.
who's that jumping out the sky?
Yeah,
Wow.
I lose it. So I'm like, I got to learn more about this wrestling thing. So now I'm going all the way back to Luthez because I was the oldest wrestler my friends knew about, and watch as much tape as I could from Luthez to catch myself up to what's going on in this wrestling thing. So I'm still fighting in school, not like
Yes, that is true.
fighting, like organized. We wrestling around, whatever. Now I'm backyarding in high school. Now I'm going to college. I'm backyarding in college. 2011 kicks in. My homeboy, who was one of the, I think he's a battle rapper now, but he
What's
was
his name?
Panic.
Oh, okay.
He says he wants to go to a school. I said, I'll go with you. I ain't got no money. He said, I want to go train with Amazing Red. I said, cool. But I heard his cousins opened a school or something. I was like, Spanish announce team opened a school, so we should probably go say hi to them. We go over there. We never even made it, dog. I would have been there with Quinn and the rest of them if we went then. So this
Oh,
2012,
wow.
we meet up with Joel, signed up for the school, started training, and doing my thing. My student behind went back to the yard when I ran out of money, came back again. Joel beat the snot out of me for a couple months for doing it. And I just kept going from there.
Wow.
So, what was your crossroad? What was your fork in the road that made you go like, yo, this was for me? What was the moment you realized that, yo, this is something that God told me to do to stay in wrestling? What was that moment that made you realize that?
I was in therapy.
Mhm.
I broke my skull in 2014.
Wow.
So, pardon?
No, I was saying, wow.
Break your skull.
Like, how'd you do that?
Yeah, no. Dude came down. He was supposed to do a frog splash. My hands.
Oh, in the ring.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I got busted up. I was doing this show that wasn't even really a show. It was low key a backyard show, and this dude was not well trained. He went to a school. I won't say who because I don't want to bury nobody. But he jumps, whatever, comes in, elbow direct to the center of my head.
Fuck
the place. Yeah, that's what this stupid line is. That's them. They cut across the thing, pulled my face over, got in there. It's a whole. Yeah, I was supposed to die. Somebody died of the same injury a week before in the same hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's August of 2014. So when I was in therapy for a totally different reason, like about a year later, and just talking about like emotion and purpose and stuff like that. And the lady asked me, "Like, can you wrestle again?" It's like, yeah, I can. I just can't break my skull again. Like that's
That's the catch.
that's the catch. And I don't have any of the symptoms that they thought I would have. Praise God. So
Wow.
she said, honestly, it sounds like you need wrestling back in your life. She's like, so if you feel comfortable doing that, this is the therapist telling me this. I'm like, you shouldn't tell me that. That's a bad idea. So I went back to training, and I'm training with Reefer. I'm doing all the cool stuff, and I just realized how much I'm enjoying it. Then when BWF started kicking in, and I was really full-blown Brother Greatness, not like Mrblacc or watered-down version. I was just praising my Jesus because you can do whatever you want, BWF.
Nah, I definitely saw you hit somebody with a Bible, and that popped. I was just like, this is. Wait, Yardie, were you with me with that show when Vince was on, and we were sitting kind of like front row? Were you with
What?
me for that?
Wait. I probably
that was
was.
I was with you.
That was you. Somebody, one of y'all was with me. I'll never forget. We went to a BWF show in the Bronx,
Yeah, that was me.
and Vince was on the show.
And the
So
kid
I
got
went
thrown
to-
to the pillar.
Yes, I
Yes!
was there. I was there.
were
Yes,
all
I
there. We
was
were all
there.
there.
You all
Okay,
there.
it was a
Yeah,
group
hell
trip. Great,
yeah.
because I definitely remember
Yeah.
Yardy's ass being loud about it. So that's why I was like,
Yeah.
I knew he
Hell
was
yeah,
with me.
son. Hell yes.
Yo,
Yo, I miss BWF. I miss it, man.
but when I saw you hit somebody with that Bible, I said,
Back.
this
Oh,
is outrageous, but so good. Like,
I
full
got him,
circle movement.
I got him the collection plate. It was the collection plate I popped him with. Yeah, that was a little gold one. I was getting with a pop.
So,
Yo, it's
so
just,
can we
but
go a little
it's
bit
so
into the
good when
therapy
you have those
session?
type of details, because
Can we
only
go a little
that
bit into
it's
the
a
therapy
part of
session?
your life.
Can we go into a little bit into the therapy session real quick?
Not
Yeah.
So,
necessarily, but you can
Yes.
ask one question. Go
no,
for it.
I'm very curious about what was going on that you really felt like you needed to go back into wrestling. What state of mind were you in that
Good question.
led
I
to
like
the
that
fact
question.
that your therapist was like, my nigga, you need to go back to wrestling?
You need to go back and hurt yourself.
Go back and hurt yourself again. No, I suffer from suicidal ideations. When I get down, that's when my brain naturally goes, and I always got to pull myself back. And whether it's the word, whether it's gospel, whether it's friends, whatever it is, I always got to pull myself back from that. I
Damn.
I've suffered with suicidal ideation since I was 9 years old. It's something I've always struggled with. So I needed to go in and find, because I'm a Christian, but sometimes you need something that you can really
It's
understand.
tangible, a little bit more, just something to have
I
in
be
the
saying that.
physical.
I be saying that.
So,
Something
what does wrestling do for you, and on that psychological level?
wrestling allows me to be every bit, and it's funny, Glacier had a good seminar that asked a similar question. Wrestling makes me, I love Glacier. He the what pretty much wrestling does is allows me to be every bit of who I am in one space. So I can be loud as I want to be without having to worry about it. I love to dance. I can come out and dance. Vividly athletic when I want to be. So I go out there and I could be athletic. I can fight because I loved to fight. Don't love it the way I did, but I love physical. I like getting physical and fighting. I like planning things out, and I like knowing what's coming. I like knowing what's supposed to happen next, and I like figuring out what to do when it doesn't. Every bit of who I am, and I'm very dramatic. So every single bit of who I am as a person, I get to put it all into this one thing, and it gives me the perfect sense of purpose, joy. And when I get mad at it, I can look at somebody who loves it but struggling with it and go, I'll help you for a limited time. And just go with that person. And then as soon as they're doing okay, and I'm simultaneously starting to feel good myself, I could back away and let them live their life. It's the easiest thing. It's me.
What's
Dang.
the one message as a trainer? Because you mentioned, of course, you train at T2T and things of that nature. What's one message as a trainer would you say to anyone that's watching right now that is like they're halfway, they want to go to a school, they want to train, or they want to become a wrestler? What is one piece of advice, right, like you would give to them right now, as like from a trainer point of view?
Yeah, it's definitely not inspirational, but get in the best shape that you can prior. That's all. Because I've seen a lot of guys and girls come in and just really not have, like, if they walk for too long, they're gonna be short of breath. And it's something that I'm more than happy to help you with, depending on the institution. But it would be really nice if you take the time to try to get yourself in as good shape as you possibly can prior to making the selection. If I could add on to it, be serious about what your goals are and aren't. If you're older and you just want to have a good time, maybe don't go to the school where everyone's trying to get signed. If you're trying to get signed and that's your goal and you're young and you NCAA athlete, maybe don't go to the school where no one's signed and everyone's just trying to be their best local guy. Every school has its pros and cons. Go to the one that fits your needs.
Shit. Dang, that shit was powerful. God dang.
So how do you
God
know which
dang.
school is which? Like, what type of research do you recommend for that? Because it's easy. Us four can say which school is which off the top of our head if somebody would to name a
100%.
school.
100%.
But somebody who doesn't know, like us, how would they find out?
Yeah, that's the hard part, isn't it? The best you could really do if you're working on nothing is to figure out who came from what institutions. That'll give you a good first step. Number two, visit, because you need information before anything else. So figure out who came from what institutions, when, and how recently. Number two, go visit the school. Every school worth its salt will let you visit once. You can come visit and sit down in a corner and watch.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell real quick, I'm not going to name names, but you could walk into a school and if you see everybody doing push-ups, burpees, and squats for 60 minutes and then training, you know that is a very serious institution, and maybe you should consider whether or not you are serious enough to be there. And if you walk into another place and people got on regular shoes in the ring, and they're focusing on making sure certain things are right specifically in the ring, and you're like, okay, let me find out what you guys are about, because there might be a subculture there or a subset or something that they're very good at that you might specifically want. And that's not disparaging one school over the other. Everyone has their pros and cons. It's just at Remarkable, I'm in the Remarkable school right now. At Remarkable, we have a lot of older folks, like more late 30s, 40s, getting into the 50s now. So you get a lot of people who are 18, 19 in wrestling.
What 50-year-old is supposed to take a bump in that ring? What is going on here?
Niggas want to live out their dreams, B.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
They got the time.
You are not taking no fucking bump.
And after how that
He over here
like
in the
how
corner
that,
like me, and I'm like, no.
I mean, like, honestly, no. Real talk. Wrestling is becoming what a lot of people do now: semi-pro basketball, semi-pro football, stuff like that on a local level. And like certain times, you don't want to just go home and play video games and go back to work. You want a third place. You want a fourth place. And yo, if you gonna hog, you go to training, give you that third place, you're gonna see how much like your mood's gonna improve, how you approach life. You get so much life lessons. The fact that you can see somebody who is ass in the ring, then you watch them become a pro, you looking like that gives you hope. So a lot of men need that.
Yeah, you start fucking better.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Boy,
I don't think you need a wrestling for that, buddy.
Nah. Your cardio go
like
up,
I think you didn't need wrestling for it, but I think it enhanced the experience.
Nah,
yes,
dogs.
That's why I said that you start fucking better.
Yeah, nah, dogs. Like, yo.
Praise our Lord.
You can't. No, don't do that. You can't be like, yeah, you fucking bitches, and then be like, yeah, God. Woo, no.
Jesus was out here fucking too.
Yeah, but
yo, don't be blasphemy in front of him, dude.
Yeah, you can't put that on
did now. You did.
Okay. No. We're gonna talk about.
No, we not.
Brother Greatness, hear me out.
But it was the fact how the both of you reacted the same way, and that was the funniest thing. I was just like, oh, they both was like, what the world?
So I've been doing research on this. All right?
Really?
So Mary Magdalene, right?
I love the ad lib. I'm dead.
Mary Magdalene, right? There's lost scrolls about the Mary Magdalene lost scrolls out there, right? So the belief is that him and Jesus were dating. They were just out here on the streets. Because listen, he's a modern day man. He's still a man at heart. Because he even asked God, why are you doing this to me? Why do I gotta be the sacrifice? Y'all remember that part, right? So he wanted love from somebody, just like when Shorty pulled the naked man on you.
Yo, that was wicked behavior. Yo, what happened to her after that?
No, it's not.
Was that like a one-off? Or did y'all date? Gosh. So sorry. he did it. When Wilkins mentioned it again, I said, you know what?
Circle back.
Ask about the Asian bitch though, real quick.
I gotta respond to Wilkins first though. With you and your law scrolls, brother. Tell me at what point did it say to you, and then our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ decided to pull down this woman's undergarments?
To be a hoe.
The thing about the law scrolls didn't say that.
No, exactly. Now let me. Brother Greatness has helped train several women. I get along with a lot of them. I'm cool with a lot of these young ladies. Ain't nothing ever happened to me with nobody in wrestling.
That is true, yeah.
But they didn't pull a naked man on you.
No, you telling me that one dodo in these streets, one of these dodos that from one of these multiple wrestling institutions and companies or what have you, couldn't sit down on Twitter a day that they don't feel so great about Brother Greatness because maybe he said that their lockup was bad or something. And they sit down and say, Brother Greatness is having sexual relations with Ashley Jamaica out of Ohio.
You know what's crazy? I wouldn't believe it. I'd be like, you hoes is trying to take the black man down, and I ain't with it.
But
I wouldn't believe it either.
And you know what's crazy? And guess what? Even if you did do it, I'm still gonna be like, he didn't do that shit. What are you talking about?
I did it.
I'd be like, he ain't do
Nah,
shit.
nah,
Try
nah, 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 nah,
again.
nah, 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 nah. Real talk. If I did heard something like that, I go like,
That's the crazy
I don't
part. And you
believe
know
you.
what's I mean, us, with our podcast being, and then, the boys training and wrestling and things of that nature. Like, no one's for me, no one has said not a bad thing about you. And
No, not at all.
you need to
Not all.
really you need
Not
to
all.
understand the impact that you've
Not
had on
all.
the industry, especially here in
Not
the New York
all.
area. Because trust me, we done heard some shit about a few people and
Yo,
a few things.
yo,
But
he like short
I can
Jesus out
honestly,
here. The
I put
rest,
it on Bible. Ain't nobody ever said nothing bad about you.
he's short Jesus.
Untouchable, low key.
Nah,
I
definitely.
heard. I heard. I heard
Okay, so
nothing
now
about
before we do
people.
wrap up this part of the episode, I do still want to actually know: did you date the Asian bitch after that or not? Like,
We went a couple little dates and it just didn't work.
oh, okay, so you didn't just smash and dash.
Well,
Okay,
I was trying to make it right, but to be honest, like she was a
she
little
was
boring.
crazy.
No, she was fine. We just didn't get along. Like we just didn't have the same interests, and I was just like, all
Oh,
right.
okay.
My
Oh
I,
yeah,
man said he doesn't jump in the snow. He
that
doesn't
was
play
in
in the snow.
snow. That was in snow,
That
dog.
wasn't, you
No,
know
That
what?
was
hold on,
And
in
I'm
hold
snow.
not
on,
even. I almost
hold
That
said
was
on,
in
hold
something
snow.
on.
crazy. So,
That
Y'all
was
not
in
letting me
snow.
finish. He said he don't mess with snow. I'm assuming he doesn't like going to the anime Asian stuff.
I love
He is strictly
he may.
chocolate.
I love anime.
Yeah,
See,
but he ain't dating the anime.
I
Nah,
kind of already did though at that point
Nah,
Yeah.
it didn't work out for a reason because he
Ray,
was looking for his ebony
because she
queen.
didn't like what he liked.
He
look,
was looking
Yeah.
for his ebony queen.
That is
race,
true.
race has never been an issue for me when it comes to that. Date for dating, that
For me,
never,
it is.
And that's interesting, especially being a West Indian man, because that your mama definitely probably would have side Loki could side eye you, but she may love you enough to be like, no, whoever love my child, I love. So
my
My
you
mom.
never
mom's the
know. It's the
same way.
roll of the dice. It's the roll of the dice with a West Indian family. I
No,
will.
no, 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 no. Here's the thing: different standards. My
Every
mother would look at me sideways.
Your mother would curse the both of y'all
Well,
out.
no, 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 no. Hold up, hold up. My mother would look at me sideways. My brother, she's more acceptable with my brother when it
Nah,
comes to
she
certain things.
definitely no. What your mother would do with what your brother will, she'll act nice, but your brother will know that's not nice. You know that nice nasty because that's what my mom says that I have. So your mother would be nice nasty to whoever he did bring, and then on the side she'd be like, "Well, what the fuck was that about?"
Uh,
Yeah, just about.
Well,
Shout out to Mama Wilkins and Black Mama Wilkins Black because
Mama Wilkins, like, she
she's a
crazy.
powerhouse in her own right.
Yeah.
But all right, brother greatness, what is one thing you want people to walk away with knowing after coming to your show this Saturday?
Yeah, no, I want them to know that our group, our culture, our people are well represented in independent wrestling, and there's a lot of talent there.
Facts.
It's
Facts.
worth the time to look them up. It's worth the time to follow them. And if you do so, you will be rewarded within the next few years because they will be on your television screen.
mm,
I want people to realize that. I want individuals, especially out here in Suffolk, to realize that there's something special about these specific talents and walk away with a positive feeling outside of wrestling. Because there might be somebody with a racial spirit in their heart who steps through the doors, and something about
Mm,
our brings them closer to a more sensible thought process. Finally, I want people to realize that when we run these shows for us by us, that we don't only do it for us. We can take
fact.
our culture, what we love, who we are, and bring it to other people and allow
Fact.
them to experience it in a healthy fashion, which allows us to learn more about them and them to learn more about us, so that there's a lot less of the them and us and a lot more of we.
mm.
I don't
Mm.
know if all that could be done with a small show in this concept, but I think it's a good first step.
No, but I think it also adds just a different brick to the Black experience in independent wrestling. And that's another reason why, like, for us doing Jobber Sam, it was always people of color because we wanted to be able to put that brick, to put that layer of understanding, like, this is talent. This is their life. This is what they love, and they want to showcase that. So No, you're just adding another brick to the bigger building thing in terms of the Black experience for independent wrestling, and it's honestly it's not an easy job. It's not. It is. I tell people all the time when they think, "Oh, it's so easy. You guys do this. You guys do." It is the one of the hardest things we've had to do as a group and as individuals. So I commend you for even taking on that role and that job to put on such an amazing show this Saturday. So once again, you let the viewers and listeners know you can run the card down. Let us know where we got to be at, what time we got to be there,
Give me a
and what's
minute.
Yeah,
happening.
it's going to be all Black everything at the Remarkable Wrestling School, 106 Lake Avenue South, Unit 9 in Wisconsin, New York. St. James LIRR is the quickest one for you if you're not driving down. Please purchase your tickets at remarkablewrestling.com. As soon as you go on the website, the first thing you see is all Black everything. There's
It will
no...
be in the description below, y'all.
Yeah, there's none of this craziness. As soon as you go on, Remarkable Wrestling said, nope, they have a show the next day. And this is still the focus of the
That's good.
Dope. And there's gonna be more, correct?
Hopefully. We're gonna see what happens next. And I have multiple different plans and ideas about what next really means. Do we do it again in the school? Do 300 people want to see it and I do it around the corner in the place that can fit 300 people? Do I do it in Brooklyn on Labor Day weekend and do all Caribbean everything? I don't know.
That'll be fire.
Now listen, if
That'll
you
be
can find a place
fire.
near the Parkway, so people can go to Juve after,
I'm
That'll be
going to
fire.
Juve.
you may have fun.
Listen,
Don't worry
be
about
fire.
it. You not. Don't worry about it.
I went to school over there on Rogers at Epiphany Lutheran. I went to school right over there.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
East Parkway.
Yeah,
Yo, you know all my people. I
yo,
swear,
I had my grandmother
feel like I
where
know
I
all
grew
my
up
people.
is off of right off of Nostrand.
There you
So yeah, like actually where Bedford and Rogers kind of split that beginning part. My aunt still lives in that building on Dean and Bedford.
Nah,
Yo, I
that's
feel like that. How that? Yo, I feel like me and Brian Greatness probably know the same people in Brooklyn. I feel, compared you
probably.
Bayesian too. You went to church too, so I
Yeah.
feel like you know a couple people that I know. I don't know. We're gonna talk.
Listen, me and Kiki Van Gogh went to the same elementary school.
Oh wow.
That's all the same.
Dope.
That's crazy.
Listen, wrestling. Well, New York is just 6 degrees of separation. So,
Yeah, I think it's more
like some not for nothing. My boyfriend's the mother of his child went to high school with Wilkins. Had no fucking clue. Like 6 degrees is real out here. So it is all, but it's all love. So it's But once again, we are sponsoring the one and only Stan Michael, the Stan the Man. Like I mentioned before, he's been one of our #1 supporters. Has been on every Jobber Slam. So this was our way of saying thank you to him for always supporting us. But he's going against Encore, who I'm still trying to get to a step class in Long Island, but I can't because it's on Saturday mornings. But
Facts.
cheap
I
plug
go.
for him. I told him that in his face. I was just like, "Yo, bro, do you have any other days? Like, what's up?"
I do want to go to one of those classes. Like
I
honestly,
want to. I've been telling him. I
yo,
said, "Yo, I
this
want to
shit looks
go."
mad fun.
That shit, yo, I love step class. I used to do Lucille Roberts years ago in Astoria,
Yo, wait,
and
hold
they
on,
had the
hold
step
on.
class.
Wait, hold on. Did you say Lucy and Roberts? I haven't heard
Absolutely,
that
because
shit
it was
in
the
years.
because it was the only place that had dance classes. So like they had Zumba, they had the step class, like they had classes, because that's really the only way I could really work out, to be fair. So like I loved it there. So when he started, when I saw the sponsor ad on fucking Instagram of him stepping, I had looked. I said, is that Encore? Is he stepping? Oh shit! And then when I looked up the class, it said Saturday morning. I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
I work Saturdays.
Oh. And it's not that hard to even get to too. It's right to LIRR.
No, it's right there. I know.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure it out one day.
Mm.
But Brother Greatness, as I mentioned before.
Wait. We gotta do other matches.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Share the word. Share what's on the card.
Yeah, of course. All right, so this one, everybody wanted to see this bad boy. Kylon King versus A-Game Joseph Alexander. These two
man
out on social media the last 2 years, probably longer, trying to say who's son. So we're gonna find out whose son and most excited for. When I said I was gonna do this, this was the first match I wanted to make sure was down. Kylon and Joe. Let's see who is whose father. This is gonna be an episode of more. Yeah, you already know Brianna Bands, Karen Bam Bam. I love Karen with my whole heart and soul.
So do I.
Yes, so does Wilkins. Yes, yeah.
Love her.
We all do, but so does Wilkins. Yes.
Oh, goodness, welcome. But I love me some Karen. That's the homie. Has been for years, for donkey years. We be on the road together. Brianna Bands. I saw her grow at T to T after I was already gone, and I got to see her versus Nat Castle. I think it was a Cat TV show on YouTube, and I said, you know what, this young lady really has something. Let's get her in here. Let's let people see a new talent. Because I could have called
Mm-hmm.
1,001 people from Black Girl Magic 1 and 2, and they all would have been a great job and it would have been fantastic. But I
Yeah,
said,
right here.
else in you. That was the choice
Okay,
for her.
good.
See what she
All
could.
right.
Okay, what's
So
next?
hold
All right.
on. My bad. My
Up.
bad. I messed up.
Yes, he was doing the
Next
card
match
thing, so I
is
figured, you know.
next match is we were supposed to have this match,
Mm-hmm.
but
What
too bad
happened?
Jay
Is that
Bougie won't be
Prince?
in it. Yes,
Wait,
that's
who won't be
Prince.
in it?
Jay Bougie won't be in it, but we got our favorite.
Who? Oh, listen, this one here. Love him to pieces.
He's
Love
amazing.
him to pieces.
He's
Love
amazing.
night.
When
One
I
of
saw him, when I saw him and his brother even win tag team go together, I thought that was like
Yeah,
one of the
facts.
dopest things. Like
Facts.
as brothers. So like, I love him. That's
Facts.
I'm
night.
biased, but that was a better pickup.
And
Night
finally, we
card
got
not
go
from
ahead.
the
Finally, we got the main event.
Desmond Cole versus the one, the only brother greatness. Woo!
Yes.
yeah, nah.
And
This should have
whoever
happened.
wins, whoever wins will face tomorrow, the next day, against Joseph Alexander.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Desmond is the current remarkable wrestling champion. That's what that looks like. So Brother Greatness is gonna go take that belt, and then he's gonna go 1-on-1 with his former student, and it'll be amazing. So
Yes.
make
Yeah.
sure to be out in Long Island next this weekend. That's
Be
like
out
one
there
of my
for
favorite big songs. Sky's the limit.
so you gotta be out there for
Low key.
Sunday. If you're not busy after Saturday, can't get enough. You're in that area. Come out the next day to see what happens next. You feel me? You can't watch a movie while you're watching the other half. So let's see what happens. And
Nah, that's
after on Saturday, you deep in Long Island, watch your Royal Rumble. Watch party. Free admission with ticket to purchase to either show.
ooh, which is really good. Nah, this is all dope. So much love and success. I like I said, had it not been Indianapolis been a thing, we would have all been in attendance. We'd have trucked us all to Long Island to support you. But we did one thing else better is that we wanted to once again give you your flowers, but also let the
Facts.
people know about an amazing show that you put together, that you and your team, because once again it's a team effort that had put together. And when I say team, I mean even down to the people that put the ring up, put the ring down, all that
Facts.
stuff. Like that is a team effort. So
Yep.
much success for this show. We cannot wait to hear all the good things that will come from it. Will there be a way for people to watch it after or watch it somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. It will be on IWTV late. So
Okay.
the goal is to try to get it out before the end of the month, like the last day of the month. But you know how these things go, and by the time it gets out, everyone's gonna know who won, who lost. All the wrestlers gonna put up their clips. It's
Yeah,
it,
it's yeah,
It's
I
still
get it.
though. It's still content that people can watch the full thing.
yeah. But it's like if you have to choose, obviously you'd rather be here. But
Yeah,
you
be in person, but if not, once that does get up online, just let us know and we'll push that out as well. But thank you, Brother Greatness, so much for taking the time out. I know you said you're at the training school right
know,
now.
I just finished the class. I got Jesse
My
here
man is booked and busy.
always.
I love that, but much
I love it.
success this weekend. And once again, thank you for all you done and all you poured into the Black experience for independent wrestling, because we are our own subculture in its own self, and we need people like you to be that positive force to push, especially to the young up and coming, and those that are in the older crowd, but just all the positivity that you put into it, I promise it'll come back to you tenfold, and I know you believe in that. So thank you so much for joining us. Once again, guys, this Saturday, Remarkable Wrestling presents All Black Everything. Once again, thank you, Brother Greatness, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Thanks, love.
God bless.
All right, guys. So, before we do sign off for tonight, once again, Royal Rumble is this Saturday night, February the 1st. Looking to be probably one of the best Royal Rumbles in to date in a while. So, star-studded Royal Rumble is happening. But for those that are in the tri-state area, once again, we will have our viewing party at Legends. So make sure the RSVP for that. It is a 6 p.m. start time. So make sure you are at the bar at least a little bit before, at least an hour before to get your seat and to enjoy that.
And we'll be very clear. You have 5:30 and once
5:30 doors
6:30.
open.
Yes, once 6 hertz. Like if you're not there by 6:30, that's it.
All right. So
Reservations will
listen.
guarantee your table up until 6:15. After that, tables on a first come first service basis
All
until
right.
6:15.
Listen, don't come trickling in at 6:30 like, where's my table? They not hearing that. We not hearing
Nope.
that. So
Nope.
before we do get off, I do want to ask everyone at the table, what are your final fours for
CM
both
Punk
Royal
winning.
Rumbles? You said what?
CM Punk is winning.
I know, but I'm still asking a question. Who are your final four?
Um.
And then wait, who's your final four? And then who's your winner? And then who would you want them to face at WrestleMania? So it's a three-part question. I'm gonna let Sir Wilkins go first because he clearly knows the winner, which I do too. But last four, winner, match at WrestleMania.
I don't matter about the last four, my nigga.
It does.
The final four is Roman, CM
Sorry.
Punk, Drew McIntyre,
Yeah.
and
And
whatever
Jay
Ring
Uso.
to toss in there.
And
But
Jay
the
Uso.
true match, the true winner is gonna be CM Punk because we're gonna finally give this nigga his fucking WrestleMania main event moment.
And he fucking deserves.
No, he don't deserve nothing.
He does deserve it. Your boy Dwayne took that shit away from him for no fucking reason
And
to
you
be a
know
part
what?
timer.
It was one of the highest grossing WrestleManias of all time.
One, it
Money
ain't V.
talks.
That ain't V. Don't do that.
Money
Nah.
talks.
Understanding, like I watch
Your nigga violated him, bro.
like how that I watched something on that and they said that that was the only pay-per-view that made money that year. Like boo amount of money. They said it made so much money. This is why they ran it back the second time. So yeah. So I don't blame Vince
Nah, the
because
second time was trash. I can tell
at
y'all
the end of
that.
the day, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, CM Punk, he was selling tickets, but he ain't selling tickets like The Rock though.
At least
He ain't
somebody.
selling tickets like The Rock.
At
He's
least
not
some.
selling tickets like The Rock. Like
At least
honestly,
somebody gets it.
if CM Punk never left wrestling, he probably would have sizzled down after a while. The
Oh
only
well,
reason why he's
yeah.
so
I
hot,
feel like they all
yeah,
would have.
yeah,
They all eventually sizzle. So they all eventually
yeah,
fizzle. You hear that? But all
yeah.
right. So you say Phil wins. Who does he face
I agree.
at WrestleMania?
Cody,
Hey, Cootie.
Cody, Cody.
Yo, and it wasn't yo. It was crazy because the Raw, like how they ended Raw with the two of them. I didn't realize until after the fact that they were the last two last year.
Or,
That fucked me up. I was like, oh shit.
or it might be the last two of the Royal Rumble. It might be John Cena and CM Punk.
Ah, him
That
throwing
would be
over
fire.
Cena. Well, be that'd be ooh.
That would be
Ooh. That'd be a statement piece.
Because
Like
think about
John would
it.
have to really come back from that to win Elimination Chamber at that point. But all right, so we all are kind of in agreement that CM Punk will win the Royal Rumble. I do think if he does win, I do think him and Cole. I didn't really think about it until Monday when I saw them in the ring. I was like, did y'all just make me want this match? Damn. I wasn't checking for that.
So what about the women's one?
The women's, what do y'all think? It's so many. I feel like it's crazy because this road to Royal Rumble, they've really focused a lot more on the guys' Royal Rumble match, which I understand because the last like 2-3 years, the women's Royal Rumble match always hits.
Yeah. So I have to say, with the women's winning, it's super up in the air.
Well, okay,
yo,
let's start from Final Four.
you
Let's start
know
from
who I
Final
think
Four.
will win?
Cool.
Jordan Grace.
That's crazy.
Oh shit.
I mean,
Remember,
she'll
she
probably be
just
in the
got
Rumble,
signed.
but would you really skyrocket her to get the WrestleMania match?
Yeah.
To be to be honest, she looks like a Triple H type of girl.
Yeah, because she's
Listen,
muscular.
between Sean and Tristan and them under, they was like, yo, listen, let's just ride out this contract, see if you can get out of it. And Impact was like, all right,
Yeah,
cool.
like how that she looks like a Triple H girl. Like how that she fixed the whole Triple H
I like
aesthetic
them
stuff like
bangs
that.
though. I will say the bang
Right.
gang she got
So
going on.
I
I
think
do
that
like
she's
that.
gonna win it. Like I think she's gonna win it.
No, I don't think
Dang.
that. I would go either with Charlotte
I don't again,
and
I thought Charlotte
I
too.
would
How
go
many
But
either
times has
her.
Charlotte won? Has
You said,
twice.
Charlotte won?
yeah. I think she won 2020.
But the thing about Charlotte
Yeah,
is
she won 2020 because then she faced Rhea for the NXT title.
so wait, let me ask you a question. Is Charlotte a Triple H? Is a Triple H girl?
She in the company, yeah. I mean, I don't,
No,
I
no,
don't.
no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Bianca
Her
Belair.
father is Ric Flair, who is like Triple H's pop. Like, come on.
I
But
had to
but
ask.
and me saying Charlotte, I also think there is a high chance Bianca may win. I think they may do that
So she's dropping the title?
before WrestleMania. Absolutely. To be honest, them girls should have won last night, and that fucking referee blew the fuck out of me. I
Hmm?
said, "What, Yardley, Mr. Black? Don't you ever do what that referee did on NXT? Don't you ever do that."
I'm weak.
My man clearly was about to hit that three and had stopped himself. He stopped in mid swing, clear.
He stopped.
Like, yo,
Swing.
this one was so he was more upset than I was.
Fuck him, yo, because it was insulting my fucking intelligence, bro. Are you kidding me?
So upset. That's
All
how
right.
you know we need deep in NXT in this household. But
That
them girls
means
should have won
that
last night. But I think
that
if
means
Bianca
that
wins,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. That means that this way, right? All right, this is what they told me because that happened to me before. That person was supposed to kick out. That's why. But they always say this, yo, call it shoot.
but you
That's
know
the
what, the
thing.
one from last night, it was a roll up. I
The
think
person was supposed to kick
She
out?
had rolled up Naomi. She rolled her up, so it might have been a little harder to kick out of that than what she was
Exactly.
supposed to. But
That's the thing. That's the
still,
thing.
bro, it just looked bad. Like I was just like, oh man, we really did that.
You know.
But I love the fact that once again, four black women main eventing a network televised show.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that nobody can take away from them, win or loss. So boo boo.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's interesting because you really this is the one year I really feel like you. I mean, yeah, we could say CM Punk is winning, but this really is the year really anybody could win. Like
Facts.
anybody on both
Facts.
sides of the fence
Facts.
could really
Facts.
just go in this bitch and
Oh,
like Becky
100%.
Lynch could come back and win that bitch, and we just be like, what?
Or
Mhm.
AJ Styles.
Or AJ Lee. I'm just kidding. Or am I?
Yo, niggas be hyping on Asia Lee for no reason.
Yo, I feel the same. Don't you worry. I
Yo,
feel the same.
like I talked to Dwayne about it, and he was just like, I was like, I told him, I said, what's the big deal? She just all y'all weird niggas fantasies of her because you had the high socks, she like anime, she's small, she's cute. Outside of that, name a match that she had. No one can give me a fire match. You always
Well,
say,
the thing
oh, but
about it with her, in my opinion, I think it was because she's like Saraya. It was
yeah,
Paige.
different.
yeah. Because outside of that, I'm looking like, all right. And again, I'm not trying to shit on her though, but like, I'm just going back and I'm looking like, yeah, even though that I say, yo, the only reason why you was nice because you was in that era. And I could say that, yo, can't you hang today? That's the biggest question.
Right. So we'll see. Who will be a surprise entrant in your minds, real quick?
I think Josh Alexander.
Yeah, that'd be
That's a
crazy.
good one. That's a good one.
Josh Alexander.
That'd be wild.
Joe Henry.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely gonna have the Impact World Heavyweight Champion in this role.
Yeah. Joe
Because I
Henry.
thought it was crazy. So originally, he was booked for that Jericho Cruise before he won that title.
Really?
He was booked for the Jericho Cruise, and then he won the belt. What 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago? And they had announced last week that he was gonna be at WrestleCon in Indianapolis
Mm.
and not on the boat. I said, oh shit.
Well,
Dang.
Do we get Matt Cardona?
no.
Okay.
Can I ask you a serious question? Does he
Sure.
still got that buzz?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Does he still have that WWE like that mainstream
Well,
type
he
of
didn't really have a WWE buzz, in my opinion. So, and I really feel like he did what low key what Cody did when Cody hit the Indies and reinvented himself. So I don't think he had like he doesn't, and he showed that he really didn't need the machine behind him to really do what he wanted to do and to have people behind him. But nah, he niggas still talk about Matt Cardona all the time. He just what you call it the live Impact last week show. He main evented with Joe Henry for the title.
oh yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I think so.
He might.
But other than that, once again, Royal Rumble, we got Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens in a ladder match.
Hmm.
Very excited about that. I don't think I've seen a ladder match live like that.
Oh wow. Yes,
And
you
then
did
we
in the
have,
Indies.
yeah, well, besides the Indies, but I'm just like, I like a WWE show. I don't think I've ever,
Oh,
like,
okay.
outside of like, I guess Money in the Bank counts. Never mind. I've been to Money in the Bank, so. But outside of that, we also do have the tag team titles being defended by yo. Somebody would have told me 2 years ago the Motor City Machine Guns were going to be WWE Tag Team Champions. I'd have been like, you're lying. That's
Right.
not happening ever, and now it is. So them going
Facts.
against DIY, 2 out of 3 falls. Um, four
Over
matches.
DIY.
I I've
Me too.
I've
Me
been
too.
over a certain person in that group for a while.
Me too.
So just
Me
gonna
too.
put that out there.
Oh, Triple H is headlining the WWE Hall of
Oh,
Fame.
I told Michael, I was like, I don't want to talk about it. It gets me emotional. I don't want to do it. I don't want to accept it yet. I'm not ready for it. But yes, they had announced today in real life time that Triple H will be headlining this year's Hall of Fame class 2025. And apparently it was a surprise to him. So they all had a town hall meeting where Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, his wife Stephanie was there, and they had told him that he was gonna be the headliner inductee. So it's gonna be really dope. Probably Shawn will induct him, I think, in every right.
Oh,
Of
Vince.
course.
Yo, if it was Vince, I would pop. I'm not gonna hold you. But I don't think that's happening. But it could be
Vince
HBK, it could be
can't
Rick.
come
You never
anywhere
know.
close to that brand.
You said what?
Vince can't come anywhere close to that brand.
Nah, not even. And it's crazy how a year ago that's when all that stuff went like down. Cause remember we were in Tampa and then that was the whole thing that Vince had stepped down like the day of Royal Rumble because people sponsors were pulling out.
You know
It
the
was
crazy thing
a
about
it was
it?
a wild weekend. Like that was
You know,
wild.
you know the crazy thing about it? Vince has actually started his own entertainment company.
Listen, he can do whatever he want. He's 70, whatever the fuck he want to be.
And and
He
like
can do
and
whatever he
like
want.
and honestly, you might get some fire shit out of it.
You man.
You may get some cool ass characters. Might be I don't think that it's gonna be a wrestling company because you may conquer it. But I think that just might be like a movie company or like entertainment period because that was his business before he got to the E. He used to do
Mm-hmm.
entertain. He actually did a evil Knievel stunt. He orchestrated
The
it.
televised show, yeah, with the stunt.
So at this point, how
Last,
crazy? Yeah.
get
Ooh,
your life together.
tired.
Like,
So
yeah,
tired.
exhausted. Last but not least, and we'll wrap up. The cover of WWE 2K25 was revealed on Monday Night Raw, where Roman Reigns will be this year's cover, along with the deluxe edition of the Bloodline. That cover is hard. I'm not gonna
It
lie,
is. It
hard ass
is.
cover.
Sorry.
And then they're gonna also have a Dead Man, I think, edition for
I saw that.
Undertaker. But this year's 2K game is gonna have a lot of different features. What you said, the My World thing, like how you said, like the My World thing, like how NBA has.
Yeah, the island.
You can also play online with other people to do my GM mode, which I am really excited about kicking everyone's ass in. Um, so yeah, no, it's a really good time. I believe the pre-order for the deluxe you can comes out March 7th. and then 2K25 will come out the week after, which is going to be March the 14th. So it's a really interesting time. Like WWE is firing on all cylinders. They just announced too that August the 31st they will be back in Paris, France for Clash at France or
Facts, the
Clash at the
castle.
Paris.
No,
What
no,
the
oh
fuck?
yeah,
But
yeah, my
they
bad.
will be in Paris, France for that PLE, and then they will also be there in Paris for Monday Night Raw. So whatever time they go live in Paris is whatever time that shit will be on Netflix. So it's gonna be,
Hmm.
WWE is definitely doing some different things. But we're super excited. We're all now it's buckling up for the road to WrestleMania. So um
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's starting. And then so yeah, so once again, if you're in the tri-state area, Legends, we have our viewing party. Mr. Black and Big Baby Dre will be in the building
no, he's not Big
representing the
Baby.
T.
He's the wise man.
Oh well, he not big no more either, so I guess I can't really say that. But
Dang, only person left is Lawrence.
no, actually Lawrence ain't that big either.
Yes, he
I will
is.
say
Yes, he is.
the stress get to him low key, but love
Stress
him.
gets to him, you said?
Yeah, it do. Yeah, it do. Love him though. Love him to pieces. Um, but Dre and Mr. Black will be in the building as well. Myself and Sir Wilkins will be in Indianapolis. So if you see us, come say hey. Um, right before the Royal Rumble at 2 o'clock. And once again, I put the information and the link for the ticket if you're going to be in Indianapolis, where there will be a show honoring our friend Terry Davis, who unfortunately had passed away last year. And this is a really great honor to actually go because this is his hometown. So super
Facts.
excited to be there. Y'all's gonna be there. They just announced his match. So yeah, I think y'all and the boys, like, I don't want to know if they're driving in actuality. Now that I think about it.
Hmm.
But yeah, so 2 o'clock. If you need any information, you can hit me up personally. I'll send it right to you. But we will be in Indianapolis at the Royal Rumble. So make sure if you see us, once again, say hey. But we're really excited. We got some things cooking up for the summer and for 2025. So stay tuned for that. But as always, I'm Janelle from Make Sure here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. Hashtag Black Excellence. And once again, thank you to Brother Greatness for
Great
his
episode.
stories and his word, because it was
Jesus
needed
Christ.
today. But
Facts.
but
Was out on these
hashtag
streets.
Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.